Chapter 3: The Classified Meeting. At precisely 10 a.m., Pelvan Palmer, the President of the United States of America, walked into the square chamber along with Chief of Staff Nelson Moore. The chamber was perfectly set up for the covert meeting, with a long circular table filled with water bottles and juice boxes. 14 revolving chairs were arranged at equal distances, allowing enough space for the participants to move around. All four walls were rigged with high-resolution LED screens. Just beside the left end of the LED screens, 4 high-end PTZ cameras stood firmly on a neatly arranged table. These cameras were connected to laptops with secure high-speed internet and networking connections. Palmer stood in front of the first chair, while Nelson moved to stand in front of the opposite chair. The President smiled at Nelson and said, "Let's begin." Nelson immediately whispered into the wireless earpiece connected to his left ear, "Send participant number 1." A hidden door opened at the far end, and William Matt walked in. He briefly nodded at Nelson, gave a courtesy smile to the President, and stood in front of the chair with his nameplate. Nelson continued to whisper on his earpiece to send the next participants. Sansa Marigold came in next, stood at her designated chair, and exchanged smiles with the others. James Bauer arrived next, followed by Boris Ivanov and Ben Becker. All three exchanged courtesy smiles with the other members, and stood in front of their designated chairs. Dr. Mark Logan and Dr. Ming Su walked in next, stood in front of their designated chairs, and exchanged formal courtesy smiles with the others. The chamber's mood soon changed to an eager and anticipatory atmosphere. Following Nelson's further instructions, Samuel Bard and Mark Kelson walked in next, stood in front of their designated chairs, and nodded at the President. Everyone noticed that Mark Kelson wore the customary black glasses that every Secret Service agent wears while on duty. The President looked at Nelson and said, "Let's have Melina Hans." The name immediately stirred emotions in James Bauer's mind, but he managed to keep them from showing on his face. Melina Hans walked in and stood in front of her designated chair, exchanging courtesy smiles with the other members. Her eyes lingered on James' face with a surprised expression, as he stood directly opposite her. The President then said, "It's time to invite our 2 online participants." Following Nelson's instructions, all 4 LCD screens came to life, and displayed the faces of Sri Ramakrishna Shastri and Mata Radhadevi in a split screen. The President smiled broadly at all the participants and announced, "I personally thank you all for taking the time to present at this meeting. Please take your seats." Quickly, everyone settled into their chairs and looked at the President in anticipation. After a brief moment, the President said, "Since most of you haven't been introduced to each other, we will watch pre-recorded footage." Everyone turned their attention to the screen in front of them, which displayed a recent photo of William Matt. Soon a sweet female voice introduced him. "Mr. William Matt is the founder and CEO of Digital America Corp. With a master's degree in technology, he founded the private organization at the age of 26 and has scaled it by 80% in 20 years. With high-end administrative skills, technological expertise, and a quick decision-making ability, he has an approach towards futuristic advancement. He lives in Cincinnati and has accepted the role of Chief Operating Officer in the confidential Project EMIB. As soon as the audio ended, everyone clapped and nodded at William. The next slide showed a recent photo of Sansa Marigold as the voice announced, Miss Sansa Marigold is the founder of Prognostic Mind Inc. It was established 10 years ago, when she was just 30 years old. Holding a Master of Business Administration degree, she is as prognostic as her organization's title. She has accepted the role of administrative assistant to our COO, William Matt. She lives with her mother in Roswell. Once again, all the participants looked at Sansa with a welcoming smile and applauded briefly. The president nodded at Nelson and announced, "Now, it's time to see the introduction of our probable employees for Project EMIB." I use the term probable because most of them are not yet aware of the details of this confidential project, which will be revealed shortly after their introduction. These esteemed gentlemen and respected ladies are yet to confirm their participation in our mission. This special meeting will conclude with their acceptance or rejection. Nelson nodded and instructed through his earpiece, "Next footage please." The next footage continued for another 15 minutes, introducing 10 participants, including 2 online participants from India.